Imagine a book so dangerous. Emperors ordered it burned, churches buried it in desert caves, and modern governments still confiscate its pages. This isn't fiction. It's the Bible's forbidden chapter, a lost text older than the crucifixion of Jesus, filled with revelations that rewrite Eden, expose angelic rebellions, and suggest a crucifixion conspiracy that could shake the foundations of organized religion as we know it. For over 1,600 years, this chapter was erased from history until now. In 1945, an Egyptian farmer digging near the town of Nag Hammadi unearthed a mysterious clay jar sealed for centuries. Inside, he found 13 leather-bound books, ancient Gnostic texts long banned by early church leaders. Among them was a mysterious manuscript scholars now called the Revelation of the Watchers, carbon dated to around 90 A.D., before most of the New Testament was compiled. It describes a chapter deliberately scrubbed from Genesis, not redacted, not rephrased, erased. Why? Because it dares to claim that the Bible's foundational story is a lie, and that the serpent in Eden wasn't a villain, but liberator, a bearer of truth, and possibly even a divine emissary. And this is only the beginning of a story more unsettling than fiction. In 2006, the Gospel of Judas reemerged after being lost for nearly 1,700 years. This gospel flips the story we thought we knew. Judas wasn't betrayer, but Jesus' most trusted disciple, the one chosen to fulfill a secret spiritual mission. In 2023, the FBI stormed a Utah museum and seized copper scrolls allegedly connected to the same forbidden chapter. Today, powerful artificial intelligence systems are being used to reconstruct fragments of burned scrolls hidden for centuries in the depths of the Vatican's archives. So what does this enigmatic chapter truly say? Who's trying so desperately to suppress it? And why does it continue to terrify religious and political authorities around the world, even in our so-called enlightened modern age? Most people believe the Bible has been handed down in perfect form, divinely preserved and untouched. But history tells a darker story. In 325 A.D., Emperor Constantine faced a crumbling Roman Empire and a fractured Christianity. Some factions saw Jesus as divine, others as a prophet, still others as a mythological figure. Over 300 competing gospels circulated. To bring unity, Constantine summoned bishops to the Council of Nicaea. Their task? Choose which text became the official Bible and cast out the rest. What was at stake wasn't just scripture, but power, politics, and control over spiritual truth. Gospels that empowered women. The Gospel of Mary Magdalene portrayed her as Jesus' most beloved disciple, a direct challenge to a male-dominated church hierarchy. Teachings on reincarnation. The Gospel of Thomas quoted Jesus saying, "The dead are not alive, and the living will not die," a doctrine that undermined the resurrection narrative. Writings about angels who rebelled to enlighten humanity. The Book of Enoch described the Watchers, celestial beings who descended to earth to teach humanity forbidden arts like astronomy, healing, and metallurgy. It was branded heresy. Every vote at Nicaea wasn't about preserving divine truth. It was about eliminating threats to centralized authority, silencing dissent, and manufacturing a narrative. The forbidden chapter, believed to be a missing section of the Book of Enoch, didn't just threaten doctrine. It exposed a cosmic cover-up that rewrites the entire narrative of humanity's divine origin and the celestial war behind it. The chapter begins in Eden. But here, the serpent isn't Satan. It's a divine being named Sophia, one of the Watchers, who takes pity on humanity's ignorance. She offers Adam and Eve the fruit of knowledge, whispering, "Eat, and you shall see as the gods see." Their so-called sin? Awakening to divine truth. God's punishment wasn't for disobedience. It was for daring to become enlightened, for stepping beyond the boundaries imposed upon them by divine gatekeepers who fear human ascension. Then come the Watchers, 200 celestial beings who descend to earth. They teach humanity the secrets of the cosmos, the art of healing, weapon forging, writing, alchemy, divination, and more. But the forbidden chapter claims God's wrath wasn't about morality. It was about fear. The text declares, He feared their power. So he chained the Watchers in darkness and drowned the world to erase their teachings. It wasn't divine justice. It was suppression of evolution. Fast forward to Jesus. The crucifixion, according to the forbidden chapter, wasn't a divine sacrifice. It was a ritual, a planned release of spirit from flesh. The text quotes Jesus saying to Judas, "Sacrifice the man who clothes me. Free my light from the body's prison." Judas obeys not in betrayal, but in loyalty. The resurrection? It was never about a physical body, but a transformation of spirit. Rise not in flesh, but in divine radiance, as the light of knowledge. And then comes a prophecy. When the Pleiades bleed and Rome's last temple falls, the sealed book shall open. In 2022, astronomers observed a dying star in the Taurus constellation, the so-called Pleiades blood. In 2024, seismic tremors damaged parts of St. Peter's Basilica, Rome's symbolic last temple and spiritual stronghold of the modern era. Coincidence or fulfillment of prophecy? The text warns, truth returns when lies crumble, but lies have guardians. In 2021, Dr. Lena Amir, a linguist reconstructing the chapter, died in a suspicious lab fire. In 2023, the FBI seized the Utah scrolls, citing vague national security concerns. Leaked Vatican files, the so-called Omega file, refer to forbidden chapter as a spiritual contagion with destabilizing potential. Even artificial intelligence is being weaponized. In 2024, OpenAI allegedly scrubbed references to the chapter from its training data. Why? Because the text names bloodlines said to descend from the Watchers, families that allegedly guard forbidden knowledge. Conspiracy theorists point to the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, and modern tech elites who shape global narratives behind the scenes. Myth or coded truth hidden in plain sight just beneath the surface? Scholars scoff until the body count rises. Dr. Henry Kessler, who translated the resurrection passage, died in another mysterious fire. Vatican archivist Father Marco Ricci vanished in 2022 after leaking the Omega file. Coincidence? Or evidence that this story is still unfolding in real time, not as history, but as prophecy being fulfilled step by step? The forbidden chapter ends with paradox. The greatest truth is the one you choose. Perhaps that's why it endured, not to replace belief, but to challenge those who define it, to provoke thought, and to ignite a deeper search within. And now, as AI begins reconstructing verses loss of flame and ancient prophecies eerily echo through modern events, one question remains. Who controls the story of God, and who benefits from a version we've been told? Let me know in the comments. Should dangerous truths stay buried forever, or do we deserve to read them